I'm building a chicken coop. I previously showed you how I built the foundation base, the frame, and the roof structure. Now I'm going to focus on building out the coop area. Here's our running cost, and let's jump right into it. This video is sponsored by Skillshare. More on that a little bit later. I'm going to start by building the nesting boxes. We think we're going to start with about 6 chickens and max out at 10, though probably try to hold at 8. Anyway, I'm going to build 6 nesting boxes, 3 on each side of the coop. This is a sheet of 3/4 inch plywood. I first cut the base and the front, then the dividers. The outer dividers are 3/4 inches taller than the inner dividers. I brought all the cut pieces to the workbench and assembled it using Type-on-3 wood glue and finish nails. The space of each nesting box is 12 inches wide, 12 inches deep, and 12 to 16 inches tall. Later on, I'll build a lid for the boxes and put a small lip on the front to keep the nesting material in. I built 2 identical sets of 3 boxes. For the long sides of the coop, I only built the most basic frame. Now I have a better idea of the layout, so I started framing it out. First, I built a shelf that'll support the nesting boxes. After adding the front lip to the boxes, the entrances will be about a foot off the floor. Then I added some framing for the windows. I installed 2 long boards that spanned all the way across near the top. This makes a 12-inch vertical gap to install windows on either side of the coop. I set the outer frame for the first set of nesting boxes, about a foot from the corner, then attached them to the frame. I framed the other side of the coop and added the other set of nesting boxes. Time to start sheathing the walls. This front face is 4 feet wide, so it was easy to trim the length of a sheet and pop it up in full. Once it was on, I used a combination of a circular saw and jigsaw to punch the 2 openings for the doors. The top one will be able to open to mesh for ventilation, or open all the way for human access. The bottom one will be a drop-down door to pull out the tray on the bottom of the coop for cleaning. At the other end of the coop, I had to add some attachment blocks for another sheet. This wall will close off the coop and create a divide between it and the run. Later on, I'll cut a pass-through with the ramp. It's important to make sure there aren't any gaps that a predator could squeeze through. So above the inside wall, I added more sheathing to close the triangle space above. With just a little bit of time left in the day, I added 1 piece of sheathing on the nesting box wall. Since I have so many smaller cutoff pieces, I figured it would be best to piece this together in order to diminish the waste from the project. In between building time, I like to stay productive by branching out and learning something new. That's why I'm proud to partner with Skillshare, a place where you can learn about a multitude of topics such as photography, music, and web development. I've already taken classes in productivity, film and video, and animation. I took Jake Bartlett's class, The Beginner's Guide to After Effects, where he covers everything you need to know about creating animation in After Effects. Once I completed Jake's intro class, I took the skills I learned and made a simple animation for my logo. There's so many great options on Skillshare, and they're always launching new classes. A yearly subscription is less than $10 a month. You can start learning new skills today with a free trial by being one of the first 1,000 to use the link in the description. Alright, day 7. I picked up some long thin windows, one for each side to allow good airflow when opened. These will go in the space above the nesting boxes. They are 11.5 inches tall windows and require a 12-inch rough opening, and that's exactly what I had. I took some measurements and added some side studs to center the rough opening over the nesting boxes. I brought the windows up, centered it in the rough opening, and screwed it in. Though I did this a bit differently. I flipped the windows so the regular inside was now on the outside. That way I can open it and close it from the outside. I'll add wire mesh on the inside for protection, and will later go over adding a weep hole to the new outside of the window. Whatever happens on one side has to happen to the other. There will be a hinged door atop the nesting boxes. I added a stud just above so the hinges will have enough meat to attach to. Next, I cut and added all the pieces needed to finish sheathing on the outside. Once all the pieces were on, the structure was solid. Any swaying movement that it had from before was now gone. And now the coop is much more built out. Hopefully, all these design elements will help make it easier to maintain over the years. It'll require regular cleaning, but hopefully little to no repairs because of how robust it is. I think the flock will be happy in their future home. Okay, that's it for now. See ya.